Hey everybody, it's your girl, Shree. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I hope y'all are great. We are going to update you with a couple of things. Welcome to New York Health and Hospital. I'm near the Woodhull Medical Center. The reason why I'm coming to you like this is especially for New Yorkers, right? Because in my comment section, I'm getting really great comments from people that I really appreciate. So we're going to talk about a couple things. And once again, this is to calm everybody down and not create more panic, right? So I teach group fitness classes, and there were not as many people at the group fitness classes, which is okay. I've had people call me, is the gym safe? Is it good? It's safe as long as you make it safe. Okay, I have a client that works in a hospital, so she gave me a whole gang of SaniClean wipes, which are the hospital grade wipes that are very good against the coronavirus. And, she gave me some masks. So all day or all morning, I've been educating people on what to do. One lady came into my class very worried because the one person that died in New York City, let's repeat, the one person that died of the coronavirus in New York City lived in this area that I'm in right now. Okay, which is why I pointed to the hospital. Okay, so she was very distraught. The lady didn't know what to do. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm in here. I don't know what's going on. I want to keep a 6-foot distance from everybody. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, look, you're here. Okay? Whatever you got to do it. If you want to stay away from people, stay away from people. I'm going to tell you, I don't got cooties. I don't got none of that. I wash my hands. Here's some SaniClean. She was very happy with that. So after class, I had a conversation with her, and I said, the lady that died in this area, how old was she? She was 82. I said, oh, well, of course, she's an elderly person. So did she have anything else going on? Well, she had advanced stages of emphysema and COPD. So I had to explain to her that something was going to happen to this lady regardless. So then I asked her, the people who were with her, do they have the coronavirus? And she was like, well, I don't know. So I was like, look, it's safe to assume that they had some form of flu. They had the germs rolling around. But once again, this lady unsuspectingly caught whatever, unfortunately died. And I said, it's one lady. Replace the coronavirus with the flu. And if you did that, would you feel so worried? And she was like, no. I said, why not? She was like, I don't know, because the flu happens every so often. And I'm like, yeah, and you have to remember 65,000 people across America die every year of the flu. But we only had one person in New York City die of the coronavirus. 82 years old. Highly advanced forms of emphysema and COPD. So, they weren't wrong. She's like, oh my God, it's in my area. I said, listen, if you're not 82, you don't have COPD, emphysema, anything like that, just fortify yourself and you'll be all right. I kept reminding my students that you should drink water at least every 15 minutes. Stay hydrated. It is important, okay? Someone asked me if there is any supplements they can take, and I recommended something called NAC. NAC is great for the lungs, especially after any respiratory illnesses like the flu, pneumonia, things like this. You know, it helps clear the crap out, helps get rid of mucus. Muellin is also great. Muellin is an herb, and Muellin. Just had to show you. You know, and all of this is about self-care, self-love. Once again, you know, I'm not changing what I said yesterday, but I am letting you guys know that there's really no need to panic, right? Excuse me. Even as I cough. It's okay. Now, if I'm coughing crazy, and you know my cough is coming from my lungs, I sound like I'm wheezing, I can't breathe. Bitch, I'm walking fast. You see my feet? Of course I'm gonna breathe heavy. I'm practically running. Okay? You don't have to worry about that. I was like, homegirl, you came to class. If you was that worried, you wouldn't be here. But you know that at the same time, something inside of you said, look, I can't be afraid. And I had to remind her of 9/11. I was like, were you here during 9/11? She was like, yeah. I said, so 9/11. Over 3,000 people died. If anybody was to do martial law, it sure as hell would have been during 9/11. I was like, do you remember what they told us to do? She was like, yeah, they said live your normal life, live your best life. Why can't you do that now? What's the difference? 3,000 people compared to one. And you can't live your best life? 3,000 people die in New York City every day. From gunshots, hit by a car, falling off of something, murder, robbery, all kinds of shit. So you gonna worry about it then? Feel me? I said, and then, you know, there was a teacher, I'm sorry if y'all can't hear, but I'm not gonna repeat it. So one of my students was a teacher, or is a teacher, in the public school system. He explained to me they're trying so hard to close the schools. Guess what? That shit ain't gonna happen. Okay? I personally believe it's not gonna happen. Right? I don't think they're gonna shut down the school. Here's why. Once again, I'm an old school New Yorker. Okay? And I remember when I was a child, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, we had real blizzards out here. Okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 feet of snow. In all of my 45 years living on this earth, there was only one time that a snowstorm came and it shut down New York City. And when I talk about New York City, I'm talking about the subway. Because if the subways are shut down or buses shut down, there's no motherfucking New York City, okay? And then you're on a quarantine and lockdown and all the other fly shit. Right? I don't care about the movies of the block not being on point. But if I live in Queens and I can't make it to Manhattan where I work, that's the problem. Okay? Okay. And remember, for a lot of people in New York, see, here's another thing people from outside of New York City really don't understand. There's a lot of people out here that do not know how to drive. Oh, this is so cute. Yeah. Right, they don't know how to drive. Not because they can't afford to, not because they don't want to learn. Most New Yorkers don't need to. Okay, they got chauffeur called the MTA. All right, they chauffeur sucks. Right, they taxi system sucks. Bus and train. It's not always the cleanest. Right, and there are certain subway stations that hold 500 people every second. 2 people can leave, 4 people will come back, and it'll be 500 plus again. You understand? Look, I'm just showing y'all mad things because I like art, yo. Fur kills more, right? Right. So, once again, this lockdown is not the realest, because if it was a real lockdown and people in New York City wanted to panic, they would say no more MTA. No MTA for a month. Yo, these people will kill themselves. You hear me? Because ain't nobody swimming across no nasty ass Hudson River to get to no fucking while. Okay? And people already don't know how to drive that great out here. So, yeah, it'll be a problem. Anywho, let's go back to the school system, okay? So, when I was a kid, snowstorms up to the wazoo, 6 feet of snow. You know what my little 2-foot ass was doing? Trying to figure out how to climb up snow hills to get to school, okay? New York City don't care. They would like, take your ass to school. You going to school. Which was a stark contrast of when I lived in D.C. Because D.C. has a lot more hills. They have a lot more icy roads. So any little thing in D.C. and Maryland shut down. I was like, ooh, I should live out here more, right? Whatever, I'm back in New York. So, you know, somebody said in the comments, you know, New York City don't care about their kids and all that. Truthfully, we can agree on that together, right? But what they do care about is money and the bottom line. And they will lose more money overall if they shut the public schools down. Because if they shut the public schools down, how you doing? There's a lot of people who won't be able to work because they got to stay home and take care of kids instead of going to work. So, the person that commented, you are so right. They don't give a fuck about the kids. They care more about the adults. Okay? And then the kids indirectly. Right? Right. And I also told the teacher, you know, in my class, that if the city government shuts down, the Board of Ed shuts down, then they might be like, okay, you know, the physical schools are shut down, blah, blah, blah. What I think they're trying to do is figure out a way to do online schooling. All right? Everybody's so worried about homeschooling. Listen, this coronavirus might make everybody be on team homeschool. You heard? Right. So, once again, here's my message. Be proactive, right? If there was an opportunity that you wanted to transition your child from regular school to homeschooling, this would be a great time to do it. Yo, y'all, I love elephants, okay? Elephants are awesome. They are the remover of obstacles. So I'm going to try to do the next couple minutes with y'all watching these elephants, okay? And I'll move around so you can see them. Beautiful elephants, right? Mommy and baby, or maybe daddy and baby. I don't know, but they're super awesome anyway, right? So they keep trucking. One word is resilience. That keeps popping up in my mind. Human beings are resilient, yo. Stick to what you know. And what do we know? We know that good hygiene and good hygienic discipline can stop the coronavirus. People are very confused as to how long the coronavirus lasts on surfaces. I heard that it can last up to 9 days on a surface, right? Where somebody else was like, no, it won't last 9 days. It'll last a couple of hours. Look, nobody has energy or time to try to figure it out. Oh no, let me get back off. I'm gonna get back off because there's another bus coming. So nobody has time or energy to try to figure that out, right? The best that we can do is work on right now. So if right now you have some sort of cleaning utensil, Lysol, Sani-Clean, whatever the case it is, wipe down your stuff now. Especially if you're in a gym, right? If you're in a gym, wipe down everything around your section. Wipe down your barbells, your dumbbells, of course your mats. You know what I'm saying? If there's a piece of equipment that you cannot clean so much, make sure you wash your hands before, use hand sanitizer before you get on that machine, okay? And then you use the machine and immediately wash your hands afterwards. Don't touch your face, okay? And I like touching my face. There's nothing wrong with me touching my face. But you can't do it if you feel like you touched something that's disgusting. Let's go back to my elephants. I got a better view now, right? Right. Otherwise, don't panic, okay? If you're gonna panic about something, panic about the flu. Let's replace the name coronavirus or ronavirus with the flu, which is also a virus. No one's really worried about that, even though more people die. So instead of getting panicky about the coronavirus, get panicky about the flu. And if you know you're not panicky about the flu, then keep that same energy. Do the same things that you do for the flu. If you feel the flu-like symptoms coming on, right, contact your doctor. They might not even admit you in the hospital. They might tell your ass to stay home. Okay? Take your temperature. Get your temperature. If your temperature is too high, you're running fever, yes, go to the hospital. Let them check it out what it is. They might say, look, you got the flu. Go get you a flu shot. Go about your business. They might say, yo, you got coronavirus. Stay your ass in isolation. Go right ahead. Remember, 80% of the people who catch the coronavirus recover. Okay? They recover. They don't panic. All right? So don't panic. Only one person has died in New York City from the coronavirus. Okay? So if you live in New York, don't worry about dying. Worry more about if they're going to close down the schools and what's going to happen to your kids. All right? I think that's the best way to think about it and go. Bye-bye. We see you later. Thank you. The bus tried to stop for me, and I was like, don't worry about it, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got time. I really do. So, yeah. Right? Don't panic, y'all. Don't panic. Don't let these, once again, don't let these news outlets feed you propaganda. And remember, I'm talking about New York City. I'm not talking about other states. I'm not talking about other counties like Westchester County that has more people confirmed with the virus, even though nobody has really died, right? So what are you going to worry about? Who got it and are possibly already isolated and quarantined, or who has died? I'm going to be worried about how many people died, right, from this thing. So there we go. Keep it in perspective, all right? And thankfully, no child in the New York City public school system has caught the coronavirus. They got a lot more to worry about with the flu, babies. Trust me. The flu floats around schools all year, right? Thousands of kids got to go home and stay home because of the flu, teachers, all that, because they catch it, right? You still function, you still survive. Don't take it too far in your head, okay? If there are other states, other countries, I just noticed that the baby and the mommy are holding trunks. Oh, so wonderful. Listen, if your state is going through something different than mine, I'm going to pray for you, okay? I don't want y'all to panic either. Think before you act. Don't go too far, all right? You ain't got to go into the emergency shelter, none of that business, you know. Some of you have friends in China. They're not panicking no more, right? You can calm down too. Once again, get proactive, right? If you ever thought about homeschooling, here's a great time to research that. If you ever thought about growing your own food so you don't have to worry about going to, you know, the grocery store or whatever to catch cooties, grow your own food. Let's start that now. Let's start that process now. Some of us don't have a garden to do it from. That's okay. There's certain things you can grow in your apartment. All right? Most of us live in apartment buildings. Don't worry. There's stuff for you too to grow and eat. You know? I told 10 people in my class today about sprouts. Right? My teacher told us Go with sprouts. Sprouts can grow in a day or two. I'm not mad at that. I'm going to get mine today too. And I had like 6 people come up to me like, really, sprouts? I hate the way they taste, but I'm going to mix it in with blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's what you do. And you let them grow. And you come back next week and you tell me if your bean sprout grew in a day and if your alfalfa sprouts grew in a week. Because I had one girl tell me she loved alfalfa sprouts. So I was like, yo, go get that and get me some too. Heard? Copy? Yeah. Right? We got to plan. We have to prepare ourselves. Okay, it's here. Bill Gates didn't tell us how to, deal with a pandemic because he's playing germ games. That's okay. Figure it out. Stay calm, though. Because you can't get shit together all panicking. Okay? You have to remain calm. Take long, slow, deep breaths and breathe. All right? That's the best way to go. Breathe. You can still breathe. And if you're so afraid to breathe, put a mask on and breathe. Okay? Be calm and collected and cool, y'all. I'm about to get on this bus and enjoy life. Take care.